guys. This is Lydia, the lifestyle coach, and welcome to another live feed. And we are ending eating disorders using nothing but your brain. We are talking about binge eating and bulimia and overeating and food obsession and body hate and yo-yo dieting and emotional eating and lack of coping mechanisms or whatever it's labeled in your world. It is about ending that pattern permanently and being able to live the rest of your life as a normal eater that can eat in a completely natural, non-issue way. You can have dessert and not overdo it. You can have food without guilt. You can eat healthy and move forward with your life. You can just be like, oh, it's time to eat. You need to not have to remember and count and measure everything. Oh, getting your physical health, your mental energy, and your soul back from the struggle with food. So let's jump into our topic today. And it's so fun to see you guys here. Hello. Feel free to hearts and likes and say hello and ask any questions. We're going over a really fun topic today. So there are patterns and tools that your eating disorder will use to try to keep you in the cycle. And honestly, in ending this problem with food, it's about breaking those patterns of thought that have kept you in the cycle in the first place. As long as you do not believe and have broken those patterns of thought, then it doesn't lead to the behavior anymore, and it doesn't lead to more of the food obsession. So that's where that true permanent freedom that people come to us and get to enjoy and own, that's what it's about, is ending it at its root, at the habit and the pattern of thought. But those patterns of thought, and we're familiar with them all, right? We've been doing this for a long time and have helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, and I've been there myself. And so we know exactly why this struggle with food starts, perpetuates, and exactly how to end it. So what I want to do today is pull back the curtain with one of the tools that your eating disorder will use, because when you have awareness of it, then it's really going to help you to be free of this and get the help that you need and be done with this struggle. So in keeping you the same and keeping you in the old pattern, even if it's killing you, even if it's hurting you, even if it's taken 40 years of your life away, your eating disorder will just send the messages that have worked before to keep you in that pattern. And one way that it does this is it'll put a big obstacle in your way that isn't even a real obstacle, but one that has feelings of emotion, of fear or delay or hesitancy or doubt. And it will put that up in front of you and make it seem like, oh wow, this is such a big thing. This is unassailable. This is a wall that I cannot climb over. And then it will keep you in your eating disorder for another day and another week and another year and another decade. And that's how it works. As long as your eating disorder can get you to delay what you need to do to fix it, or make it seem like all these things need to happen before you can do that, then it'll keep you in that cycle. So let's just look at it for real together. And I'm going to give you some examples of what have come up for so many of the people who have ended their eating disorders and who we have helped and how they overcame that, which is a really fun thing to look at as well. So a big pattern that your eating disorder will use is it will make a story, an untrue story, but make a story about what you are committing to, about what it means if you do X, then you are committing to Y. And it's completely made up and it's ridiculous, but it is a tool that your eating disorder uses to keep you in the same cycle. Because we'll get scared to take that action because, oh, well, I don't know if I can do that or agree to that. And it'll put up that impossibility. So I'll give you a few examples that are common with, this is a really common thing to come up. So no, there's no judgment around this. Now that you see it, you're not going to unsee it, and it's great. So your eating disorder will say something like, well, you certainly can't take this next step to get free of your eating disorder because you love binging. And can you imagine your life with never, ever binging again? There's the wall. Oh no, I can't imagine my life with never binging again. That sounds so difficult. I must be binging for a reason. Binging is my coping mechanism. Wow, I don't know that I'm ready to never binge again. And so, what do you suggest? It's going to keep you in that same pattern of, well, I won't take this next step because I'm not ready to commit to all of it. I'm not ready to never binge again. And until I can be ready and commit to never ever binging again, then I can't take this very next step. And now you're still in the same pattern. You still have the same problem. Your eating disorder won another day and took that from you. That's one wall that comes up. Another one is this horrible idea. Let's just put this out here. This is such a damaging and awful thing that we tell women that not only keeps them in their eating disorders, but keeps them in these awful dynamics of like shame and all of this like life ruining false blah. This idea of, oh, I'm binging so that I gain a bunch of weight because I'm trying to protect myself. What we're doing is we're taking somebody who's been a victim of horrible things, right? Like, assault or abuse or whatever happened in the past. And then we're saying, oh, you're doing this to yourself. You are binging because you're trying to stay large, because you're trying to put extra weight on you to protect yourself. And so the wall that comes up, one, that is a completely false and damaging idea, and we need to stop telling women this. The second thing is that look at the wall that comes up there. Well, your eating disorder is saying, well, are you ready to be totally vulnerable? Are you ready to just open yourself up to being hurt again? Are you ready to let go of your protection? Oh no, that feels really horrible to be completely vulnerable and let go of my protection. And I probably have to sort through all the past trauma that's happened. And I probably need to do all of these emotional things. And I probably need to go to 25 years of therapy before I'm ready to let go of this safety blanket of weight that I've put on because of the binging that I'm doing to myself to try to protect myself. Okay, look at the result of that. Now you're right back in the same place with the same problem. And I just want to shine a light and some reality on this. That idea, if you have been hurt, and we coach so many people who have, not because they have eating disorders, that's not connected, because we coach a lot of women. And a very large percentage of women have been hurt or assaulted or abused or all sorts of other things, because that is how our society treats women, and it's not okay. It's 100% not okay. It's not fine. It's not acceptable. People should not be treated this way. It is not okay. And let's look at the reality of this idea of I have all this extra weight on me to protect me. Let's just think about the reality of this idea of putting on a bunch of weight protects you from being hurt. Do you honestly think that only thin, pretty, I'll put that in quotes, pretty by society standards, do you think only those women get hurt? Absolutely not. Women get hurt at every single size. Women get hurt at every single weight. Women get hurt at every single ability. So this idea of if I binge and make myself big, then it's protecting myself from being hurt. You can be hurt at any time. That extra weight, that binging is not a protection. So anyone who's told you, oh, it's probably something you're doing to yourself as a protective mechanism, it's no. You are doing it because you have a habit of thought that has led you there. And those lies are part of that habit of thought that are important to break. But ending your binge eating and getting your life back and getting your mental energy and your confidence and your with whatever has happened, or to choose to not deal what has happened and just move forward with your life instead of going back and rehashing that. That's totally up to you. You can do it either way. But you being healthy and solid and calm and peaceful and a normal eater and not hurting yourself anymore is only going to help the situation, not make it worse. You're not opening yourself up to all of this vulnerability and letting go of this safety blanket. You may be familiar with those things, but we have seen over and over and over and over hundreds and hundreds of times of oh wow, I'm so much more able to deal with everything else in my life, with emotions and my past and everything, because I'm not stacking one problem on top of another problem. So look at that pattern. The eating disorder says, oh no, doesn't that feel so scary to let go of your protection? And how can you possibly do that? And you're not ready to do that. So what do you suggest? Eating disorder is going to take you right back into the same pattern. Notice it's just putting up these big, hard, impossible things, right? Here's another one that comes up. Well, your eating disorder is saying, I mean, you like sugar, you like sweets. It's messed up and it's wrong and you're totally broken because you like dessert. But can you really eat dry salads for the rest of your life? Are you really, truly committed to never eating sugar again? Well, you don't really feel ready to do that, now do you? So, what do you suggest? Eating disorder suggests, well, don't take that next step because you're not fully committed to never eating dessert again, even though the solution to the problem has nothing to do with that. I want you guys to see the lie here, right? The eating disorder is not saying this because it's anything close to what you would actually need to do for freedom. It's saying this because it feels hard, because it feels impossible, because thinking of the rest of your life with never having chocolate again, oh wow, that does feel really hard. And so it gets you stuck and it puts you in that stop of like, do not move past go here, okay? The other false connection that, again, our society perpetuates, it's not okay, but the other false connection is that binge eating or overeating or compulsively eating or emotionally eating is some sort of coping mechanism, as in like you have to have it because you don't know how to deal with your emotions. So again, that's false. And I mean, our clients know exactly why. We let them know in like the first couple of weeks, like it's super, super clear of why that's false and why this is actually happening. But just know for the purposes of this live feed that it is false. So that is a false idea, but your eating disorder uses that to try to, again, stop you from taking the next steps that you need to solve the problem. Because it's saying, well, you're not ready to fully feel all of your horrible emotions that are just going to come as a flood of sadness and shame and regret and panic and never ever stop. You simply cannot live the rest of your life having a panic attack now, can you? You don't have all the coping mechanisms to deal with that. You use food as a crutch. Well, if you don't have that crutch, then you're just going to fall down and it's going to be horrible. Oh no. Oh no, you're right. You're right, eating disorder. I'm not ready to deal with all of my emotions. I don't have enough coping mechanisms. I can't handle the sadness. I can't handle the panic. I can't handle the overwhelm. So I guess I'll just stop doing what's going to fix the problem and I'll stay in these old patterns. Let's look at the reality there. If you have an eating disorder, you are a master at dealing with emotions. Because instead of just the regular past trauma, sadness, overwhelm, unlovable, insecurity, those are just like the normal human stuff that comes up, like sadness, anger, panic, overwhelm, human experience. And then on top of all of the normal emotions that are from real life, there are all of these emotions that get created from the eating disorder. I just binged on a whole bunch of food and I feel shame around that. I broke my promise to myself. I feel guilt around that. I am hurting my health and giving myself diseases with the way that I'm eating. I feel really sad about that. So on top of all the everyday stuff, then you're adding on top of that all of the emotions, the horrible feelings from having an eating disorder. And you may eat a bunch of food and be numb for a minute. But then as soon as you're not, you're dealing with all of the eating disorder created emotions and all of the normal emotions that you binged in the first place because you thought that you were going to, what? Like numb them forever? So you are a master at dealing with emotions. It takes really strong emotional strength to have an eating disorder because you're like 10xing the regular difficult emotions that you're dealing with, and you're doing it all at once, and it's coming in this huge cascade the next morning when you feel horrible and have a food hangover. So, of course, it is completely false, but in that moment, if the eating disorder says when you're about to do, what is your next step for freedom? And the eating disorder is like, well, you simply can't deal with all of your emotions right now, can you? Oh, no, I can't. So I'll stop and I'll go back into the pattern and I won't fix this problem. The other real common thing that the eating disorder puts up in front of you. Well, what if you gain weight? You can't can you really deal with gaining 50 pounds and just being happy about it? Can you really deal and be okay and be happy about just buying all of these new clothes in a bigger size and feeling completely ugly and unlovable? And just, can you really wrap your head around being okay at any weight that you might be, especially the 50 pounds that you're most definitely going to gain if you get free from this problem? Oh no, you're right, eating disorder. I can't feel totally high five awesome about gaining 50 pounds and being heavier for the rest of my life. I guess I'll just delay this by another day, not get the help that I need. And again, the truth is that the very reason that you're in this issue is because with the restrictive dieting and the binge restrict cycle, you are teaching your body in like 10 different ways to gain weight and to permanently be heavier and to have rapid weight gain and to hold on to like more fat and have a higher fat percentage. Like, you are teaching your body to do that with this cycle. And then getting free of it is going to have you be in more amazing health than you've ever been in, because you're not hurting yourself with food anymore and feeling comfortable in your body and having that confidence. That's actually the solution. But if your eating disorder tells you completely falsely, total lie, but again, if we believe it, well, if you want to get help right now, then you've got to be okay with just being, you can gain 50, 100 pounds, and you've just got to be fine with that first. Well, I certainly can't feel fine with that today, so I guess I will delay the very thing that I need to do to get free. The eating disorder is saying, you hate your body. You can't love your body. Oh no, you're right. I can't love my body. And unless I can love my body, then you're right. I can't get free. So I have to do that first, and I have to be all ready for that. And I have to, go and do all these other things to get there. All right, well then I just won't get the help that I need to now. Another common one that comes up is all of this stuff that you will have to deal with. Again, a total lie. But some of our clients have said these are really common things that come up. The eating disorder says that if I fix my problem with food, then I will have to fix all of these other health problems, and that feels so overwhelming and so expensive. And to look into all of this, just don't look at that. You can't deal with that yet. So just keep going and hurting yourself with food. And that's the exact thing that takes us back into this pattern. The eating disorder is saying that, if you get free from food, then your husband is going to be threatened because you're so much healthier and you're so much thinner, and then it's going to destroy your marriage because he's going to be worried about losing you, or people won't know you in the identity that you used to have, and then you'll lose all your friends. Or if you deal with this, then actually you're in a really horrible relationship and you're going to have to get a divorce. If you end this eating disorder, then you're going to have to deal with all of your relationship problems, and you're not ready to deal with all. Doesn't that feel overwhelming? To have to get a divorce? Oh my goodness. Oh no, yes. That feels so overwhelming. All right, well then I'll just keep on having my eating disorder so that I can delay getting a divorce because I'm distracting myself with my eating disorder? So I hope you guys see this connection where it's not based in truth at all. The only thing that it's based in is your eating disorder taking the thing that you either fear most or feel most uncomfortable with, or that seems so impossible to you. And then it puts it in your way and it says, you know what? Here's a thing that is impossible to do. And until you can do it, you can't get the help that you need. And so then you stay stuck because you're like, well, that's impossible. Or, well, that feels too hard. Or, whoa, that's really scary. I can't handle that right now. And it's only based off of what is going to keep you stuck. So I'll give you guys just a clear example that we see all of the time. We do a free breakthrough session as a free service. Like, anyone in the world, on the planet, that wants freedom from their eating disorders, we have a free service that provides people with the foundation of freedom. We literally have a trained coach on our team that has an open heart and loves this cause and is incredibly well trained and has incredible, phenomenal skill at getting people outcomes. And they volunteer an hour of their time to be with people one-on-one and get them the foundation of freedom. We know exactly how to fix this problem permanently. And it is literally that first step, that foundation of freedom is a free service. And even though It is the best hour that you'll probably ever spend on fixing this problem. It is incredibly powerful. We are willing to do this for free. Your eating disorder, because that is so powerful for change, and that is the first step with like the hundreds of freedom stories that you guys have seen, whether written or on videos, like all of our grads, they all ran into the same moment of they were about to take the first step for their freedom, booking a free breakthrough session, getting that foundation of freedom, and their eating disorder did the same thing. Oh, what are you committing to? What are you committing to? What if on the session you have an opportunity to change? You're not ready to change. What if on the session you they know that they can help you? Well, you simply aren't ready to get the divorce, deal with all your health issues, be okay with gaining 50 pounds, like whatever it is, your eating disorder is just gonna throw stuff up in front of you. You're like, oh no, I'm not ready. So people are literally, like if you listen to this voice, and that's why I want you guys to be aware of this, because with the hundreds and hundreds of people that are now free, they heard their eating disorder say that and they said, you know what? I am more committed to my freedom than my fear. I am more committed to fixing this problem than I am to those old patterns. And that is their first step of freedom. And now they get to enjoy that freedom. But you cannot enjoy that freedom if you're getting stuck taking the first step because you're believing what your eating disorder says you're committing to if you take the first step. Here's what you're actually committing to if you take the first step. The first step. That's it. The end. The truth is, and what your eating disorder doesn't want you to understand, is the truth is that you always have a choice. In every situation, you have choice and you have options. So you can choose to not get the help that you need and live in your eating disorder for the rest of your life. That is a choice that you have. You can choose to take that first step. Let's say that foundation of freedom is the first step. So let's say you're choosing to book a free breakthrough session and to be able to have that value and to give that gift to yourself. You can choose to not fix the problem. You can choose to be like, all right, high five, that was awesome, and I am choosing to not fix this problem right now. You have that choice. You have that choice. You have the choice to say, yes, I am going to fix the problem. And if we can help you, we'll let you know the next steps, and you can choose to do that. And every step along the way, you can always choose to leave the path. Any step along the way. Now, when you start getting that momentum and freedom, when we start coaching people and they see we have just a really, really cool person that we're coaching who has binged every single day for months. And she is not even a week into our program practicing these principles, and she's already just like having days and days on end of relief of just like, oh, I'm not binging. Oh, okay, this works. When you start seeing that feedback, it makes it easier to be on the path because you're seeing the results, right? You're seeing like, oh, when I take this next step, then I get this next level of freedom. And when I do these things, then I have so much more relief. And when I do these things, then the urge to binge is gone. So it's easy to keep that momentum, but you can still choose. We were actually just talking about this today with our clients of like, you can literally get everything that you need, do the practice, like learn how to not have an eating disorder, experience not having an eating disorder anymore, but you know exactly how it started and you know how you ended it. You can choose to go back. You can be like, you know what? I liked my life better with an eating disorder. I know how to get free. I could be free, but you know what? It was cooler having an eating disorder. And you can go back to it. Like that is a choice that you have. Now, we don't really have people choose that because they like their freedom so much. And it's really fun to celebrate that. But you can. You have choices. You are only committing to whatever you want to commit to. You can even, in advance, commit to not committing. You can be like, you know what? I'm going to take this next step that I need to for my freedom, and I am committing to not going one step further than that. That's what I'm committing to. High five. It's your life. You don't ever have to fix this problem. You don't ever have to get the help that you need. You don't ever have to take that next step. But you want to look at why are you taking the step or not taking the step? And not choosing is a choice. So you're going to listen to that fear and go to where that fear leads. Or you're going to listen to your desire for freedom and go to where that desire leads. But do not let these patterns of your eating disorder get in the way of the things that are most valuable in life. Being able to love yourself, being able to feel enough, being able to be out of this destructive habit, having your health, having your present moments, being there and alive and present with the people around you. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And you have a choice every single step of the way. So just be really clear on that. And I want to leave you with one of the most effective things that your eating disorder will say. Because your eating disorder won't bring up like, oh, you can't be okay with this thing that's scary, right? So just have an eating disorder for the rest of your life. No, it's not going to say that. It's going to say, it's too much for today. You're going to do it tomorrow. You're going to do it tomorrow. You have to do it tomorrow. It's too hard for today, do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's turned into years. People are shocked when they look back and they realize, I have been in this prison with food, these problems that have kept down my life, that have kept me from happiness, my potential, and it has been 40 years, 25 years, 55 years. And their eating disorder never said, will you give me 55 years of your life? The eating disorder every day said, you are going to fix this tomorrow. You will be free tomorrow. You will get the help that you need tomorrow. You will get your health tomorrow. You know what to do. Just do it tomorrow. And it steals decades of incredibly amazing human beings' lives. And it takes the most important things away from us. If your eating disorder can get you to delay until tomorrow, it can take your entire life from you. And so this would be my challenge to you. Whatever your next step is, whether that is booking a free breakthrough session, whether that is opening an email that you've been meaning to read from us, whether that is taking your next step with these principles, whether that is reaching out to somebody that you need to, like whatever that next step is for you, take action toward it in the next hour. I kid you not. In the next hour. Do not let 60 minutes go by without doing something toward your freedom and your dream and the life that you deserve. You can go to lifewithlydia.com/apply and you can book a free breakthrough session and know that you did it and you got that foundation. Maybe it's going to lifewithlydia.com and watching the masterclass. Maybe it's like making a comment in the group because you've just sort of been, sitting back and like not doing anything and like, oh no, what if it doesn't work for me and I'm so scared? Like take action, like make the comment, ask the question, reach out. Send a signal to yourself that now is the time, that you're not letting one more day go by, not even one more hour go by. But I'm at work, cool, take a break. But I'm with my kids, cool, do it while you're with your kids. But I'm busy, cool, take 5 minutes, go to the bathroom, get on your phone. Send that message to yourself. Because your brain, this pattern will hear that loud and clear. With every decision you are making, it is a decision that is a vote for your freedom or is it a vote for your eating disorder. Start voting differently. Start voting in a way that is going to take you into action and toward your freedom, and do it in the next 60 minutes. In fact, I'm going to end the live feed right now. You go to lifewithlydia.com/apply and book a free breakthrough session, whatever that next step is for you, and I will let you get into action. This is Lydia, the Lifestyle Coach, signing off. Bye, guys.